Whenever anybody mentions the word stoma or ostomy, there are always different myths that go around with it. One of the first things people think that if you're told you're going to have a stoma, it's going to be permanent. Well, actually that's not the case, because with advances in surgery, there's actually a lot more temporary stomas now that are created. And the surgeons would try hard not to give you a permanent stoma if you don't have to have one. So the second myth would be that whenever you're told that you're going to have a stoma, the first thing that will come into your head would be that everybody will know that you have a bag on. And in actual fact, that is not the case. When you are dressed and have your own clothes on, not one person will be able to see that you have a bag. Whenever you are thinking about having a stoma, another thing that people think is that actually your diet is going to be so restricted and that you're not going to be able to eat and drink what you want. Now certainly in some instances that is the case, depending on the type of surgery that you have had. However, for the vast majority of people, you will be able to get back to eating and drinking exactly what you want to. You just really need to be careful in the first few weeks after your surgery to allow the bile to settle, but after that, with the exceptions of some things like nuts and sweet corn and mushrooms, you can get back to eating and drinking what you want. Some people think that you can't go back to exercise again. Well, in actual fact, there's no reason why you cannot get back to all the different activities that you like to do beforehand. And in many cases, you'll be better at them because you're well and healthier. And just because you have a bag, it certainly does not just stop you doing anything at all. One of the overriding fears is that everybody will smell this bag, this stoma bag that you have on you. And that's not the case at all. If you have a bag on that's working well, they all are fitted with filters, and they filter out the air through charcoal, and that absolutely absorbs and neutralises the smell. The only time you will smell it is whenever you're changing or emptying your bag. And if that's not the case, well then you need to go to your stomach care nurse and get something changed because you may not be on the right bag for you. Another myth would be that you can't get pregnant. Well, actually that's not always due to having a stoma, and it could be due to something else. The final thing would be that when you're told that you're going to have a stoma, you're going to think that you are the only person in the world that has a stoma. That's not the case either. Within Northern Ireland, there are at least 1,000 new stomas formed every year. Within the UK, there are over 100,000 people living well with a stoma. So there's absolutely no reason for you to think that you're on your own.